Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be testing the Renault the Renault DeZir in multiplayer in Asphalt 9. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure to check out my Furum Clips channel and Furum TV channel, as well as my Purple Team Discord. You can find the links to those down in the description, and I hope you enjoy these races. So I'll be starting off this video with a few races in the season with the shorter variants that happened recently, and then moving on to more races in the normal multiplayer season. Thankfully, this is truly back to being normal after Gameloft's bit of a mishap with their trying to change up the multiplayer season and restrict the cars and make it shorter, which pretty much nobody cared for. There was a lot of community backlash to that, and so they changed it back, which I'm very happy about, because now I can test whatever cars I want. And in this first race, we somehow managed to beat a Bentley Continental GT3, which does pass us right after the finish line. But that car is crazy. I tested my own 1-star Bentley Continental GT3 recently in Gold League in my last stream, and I was beating Corvettes and stuff on the Caribbean. These were maxed Corvettes, and I was in my 1-star Continental GT3. That car is just absolutely broken right now. You guys know in the last update, it pretty much got the stats of the new higher class Bentley Continental. I have no idea why that happened. It never happened before, but you are allowed to use it, so don't worry about that. I think you can even use it in the Club Clash, which don't know how entirely I feel about, but it is Gameloft's fault for putting it in the game in the first place, so hopefully they will just fix it when the next update comes around and we won't have to worry about that anymore. That being said, I am thinking about making kind of a more funny video just about my Continental GT3 at 1-star in Gold League, just to see if I can beat a bunch of Corvettes and stuff like I was before, kind of just to show off how insanely overpowered that car is with its current stats. Now let's talk a bit about the DeZir, the subject of this video. As you can see, my car is at 3 stars, and I only needed at 2 stars for the Drive Syndicate. This was a mistake on my part. I had upgraded it to 3 stars because I forgot it was just a 4-star car. So yes, you really only do need this car at 2 stars to make it through the Drive Syndicate. However, thankfully, I've just been barely able to scrape by. Recently, I expressed concern that I might not even be able to unlock the 765 LT or even 3-star, the Murcielago, but thankfully, I just barely was able to do so. I was only able to 3-star the Murcielago because of the 5 Murcielago blueprint drop, around 180,000 points in the Drive Syndicate, and that allowed me to then continue on, do more pin missions and stuff. And thankfully, there were just enough 675 LT blueprints in the Legend store. There were exactly 10 in there, and I had just barely enough Syndicate coins to buy them to make up the final 10 I needed to unlock that car, because the Drive Syndicate gives you 35 out of 45 to unlock it. Now, you know, I've unlocked the 765 LT. I don't really think I'll be making a video about it at 1-star because it honestly isn't that great at 1-star, but I will give it a shot in multiplayer, and if it can do decently, I might. Now, I will definitely be making a video about my 3-star Murcielago, not a car that I really expected to 3-star after accidentally 3-starring this one here. It's kind of insane, though, to think about how making that mistake, it's not even really a mistake because you're not going to know that you shouldn't 3-star this car unless you're active in the community and everything. There's nothing in the game to tell you, like, whether it's a good idea or not to upgrade the cars to higher or lower stars in the Drive Syndicate. You just kinda gotta know from past experience. So I can see a lot of beginners making the same, and I don't really even want to call it a mistake, but just doing the same thing, 3-starring this car, because that's what you do in a Drive Syndicate when you don't really have to. But thankfully, it all turned out okay in the end. Also recently, in the Starway, I was able to unlock and 5-star the Speedtail. I'm getting very close to fully upgrading it at the 5-star rank I have it at. Just got a couple more on handling to upgrade, and I have to say, it is an amazing car. You guys know I've been wanting to get that car for a long time. Tried to get it so many times in the multi-packs because just regular packs never came out for it. I got to 82 out of 85 blueprints for it and ran out of tokens. So yeah, I am very happy to finally feel vindicated. I was able to get to 5-star. I'm like a third of the way to 6-star. So who knows? If packs come out for it again, I might try to max it out. Now, I am definitely going to try to max out my Aperta, because that car's special event is also going on right now. I don't think I'll be able to max it out specifically through the event, and yeah, unfortunately, I wrecked on the little, the shipping container there. But do not fear, I am a bit faster than the other cars here. That rhymed, and I didn't even mean to. But yeah, speaking of this car's speed, it honestly is not the fastest thing. It only actually goes around 188 or so miles per hour, 187 I think to be exact, which is faster than cars like the DSE10s, but this is still a fairly low-end D-Class car, so you have to keep that in mind. I am driving it, or I did drive it in Bronze League, I believe, in the other season. In Silver League this season, I was able to do okay. However, I don't really think you'll be able to use this to get to Gold League. You might be able to if you had a 4-star, but at 3-star, I was beginning to run into some cars that I just was not able to beat on a consistent basis, but as you'll see, I did have some fairly good races in it still. The DeZir is fun enough to drive with a fairly high nitro efficiency, but not the very best. Almost feels like a callback to the DeZir from Asphalt 8 a long time ago, where its nitro was its best stat. Now, the DeZir's nitro is its best stat in Asphalt 9 as well, except this is with the efficiency and not the speed, but that's a different matter. The nitro bar is still the longest bar on this car's stats, and the rest of its stats are okay. As I've said, the top speed isn't really all that great. The acceleration at 62 is pretty low at 3 stars. It honestly doesn't get that much better at 4 stars either. And the drifting is not great, I must say. It is also, it feels a bit stiff. That being said, I did have a fairly good time driving this car, and I'm happy I was able to get it. It definitely does remind me of Asphalt 8 in a lot of sense, because I use this car so much in Asphalt 8 multiplayer, even after accidentally upgrading top speed on it first, because I didn't know what I was doing, as you'll see in my very first Asphalt 8 multiplayer video about my low rank cars, if you have ever watched that, but I was able to get some good use out of it, and now I'm able to show you guys how it does in Asphalt 9. And I just realized I need to finish my Aperta thought from a couple minutes ago, so yeah, I won't be able to max it out specifically from blueprints in the event. I'll be able to get fairly close though, and I'll probably either buy a couple packs or, more likely, wait for them to come for credits in the store, some of which I have been buying recently, since I finally think I will be able to max that car. I really don't like buying packs for cars that do come as credits in the Legends store every so often, but they come so rarely that sometimes I am tempted. We'll see if I can hold off on that for the Aperta, we'll see. Also, the EB110's Grand Prix is going on, not a car I'm planning to spend really any tokens on, so I don't particularly expect to win it. However, it is very cool in the fact that, quite literally, it is on Greenland, so it is cool. I didn't even mean to make that pun when I did, but we'll just roll with it. As we come to the end of this race, slightly losing to a Corvette, but beating 2 Huracans at the same time, I'll give my general review about the DeZir. Due to being a low to mid-tier D-Class car, I wouldn't normally recommend spending tokens to get this one. However, since it is required to get the Murcielago in the 675, or I mean the 765 LT, I don't think it's a bad idea to spend tokens on relay packs to get this one, as long as you're trying to go further in the event as well. Nitro is the DeZir's best stat, while all the others are pretty meh. However, I did have a good bit of fun driving it in this season. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, Minecraft, and other games content. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!